That's me.
Ones that are alive.
See, and that's where we differ.
I like the ones that end in the final, when I end up in the final edit, those are my favorite. Not Transformers, that wasn't my favorite role. I like Naruto. I love playing the pig and Jakers. I love doing theater, so I have a lot of favorites there, which you wouldn't know because you've never seen the shows. Those are fun.
It's funny because usually my answer to that question is it's hard to pick a favorite because at different times in your life, different things mean something different to you. Like when I was doing Samurai Jack, that was a phenomenal thing to do because it was just such an amazing show. Even though as a performer, I didn't have tons to do. But now I'm thinking about it, there was a show called The Grim Adventures of Billy and Baby. All the little goths out there. And now that I'm thinking about it, right now, Dracula is my favorite character. Just because, what else? They had Dracula on it, but Dracula was an old black man who sounded like their father.
So, sort of like you.
Dracula, don't stop!
What was it? Son's name? No.
You big dummy!
Tommy!
Hey, LaMarr, come on! LaMarr! We're being old over here. Wait,
Quiton.
next.
No, what's the question? Favorite? Oh, gosh. Yeah, well, like Phil said, it's like, how to pick your favorite character. It's like picking your favorite kid. I don't have any kids. It's easy for me to pick. None. Let's see. Riding Axel and Reno off. Yeah! Yeah! But my true favorite was when I got to play in Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, and that was Spider-Man. Because, Spike, what? Look at he's on our laminate here. Hey, folks. On the guest badge, or at least on my guest badge. Sorry? Thank you so much. Thank you. What an honor. Because he was my boyhood hero, and you know what? I grew up in Ohio, and in the summers it used to get hot. And remember when we were barefoot? We used to, summers gets hot pretty much everywhere, doesn't it? We used to call the door jams, the doors, and you could get there with your tacky feet and hands, and you could get up to the top of the door jam, and you feel like, I'm doing it. I'm a Spider-Man! I'm gonna do this forever! So, I didn't, but
You got paid to do it.
I got paid to do it, so for crying out loud, I did. And there it is. Yay.
Yeah.
I see a redhead in the back. I think you're more than a redhead. Yeah, well.
Wow, this relationship's going downhill fast.
Started off so well.
I know, start off with attraction, then it went quickly to an attraction.
The kind of witty repartee that we have right now. No. Take some.
The ability to act, the ability to read, without sounding like you're reading.
Cold reading skills help. Because when you're voice acting, they might just throw you another line or two, or character or two, and so, and we've all done, live performance, improv. Improv really helps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I think the improv helps you. I mean, just with the other thing I was going to say, which is the ability to create multiple characters, and because most of the time you're going to be playing more than one voice. Although some people don't.
Yeah.
But those people don't work as much. And it's not always about doing a strange voice and having it be something completely different. Sometimes it's like I'm always saying about the improvisation, making a new choice. It's like, oh, and we got this prison guard. Can you try that? And the thing is, you have to be able to make a different choice than the character you were just doing. Because the thing is, they're going to draw somebody different. So the voice doesn't have to be wildly separate, just separate enough. And the attitude has to be separate enough. I remember there was an episode of Samurai Jack where they cast Mako. Do you guys know Mako? He played the villain on Samurai Jack. He was an older Japanese actor.
He has a voice like this. So much texture and a heavy accent.
And they cast him as a second role in an episode. I was just like, really? Is it going to turn into Akko at the end? And so that's what it is. Like, no. I'm like, okay. All right, well, I'm available to revoice that after. But he blew me away because he didn't try to come up with some other voice. He changed his voice a bit, but then he just changed his approach. Because he plays Akko, who's very angry. But then he played this other character that was... And there was still some of the texture that is just his natural texture. But everything else he brought to the character was completely different. And I was just like, oh. Okay. And that's, and I learned, it's like, okay, it's not about wearing a mask all the time. Sometimes it's just about acting.
Good lesson.
Yeah, and
have you guys ever just been really, really annoyed with the character you have to portray?
yes.
Next question.
Occasionally, sure. When you do, not really most of the time, but every once in a while you're like, really? You're going to make me say this? But in general, no, because it's a really fun job.
I'm trying to think of one that's got to be I can think of one.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I backed it up.
Pretty happy to be working, pretty much. Nothing annoying.
That's the thing is...